All right, we are live on YouTube, and tonight we have a very special show for you folks. We're going to be discussing cyberbullying, how to protect yourself. We're also going to be sharing some examples alongside with a great panel that I have here with me tonight. So stick around, everyone. That's coming right up. Live from Northern California, welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. And if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing and banging that bell so that way you get all notifications and you can start getting a better grip on your life. And Matt Shangy, who's waiting to speak here along with the rest of the panel, just loves it when I grab my fist and say, get a grip on your life. No pun intended with that grip, but we have to entertain the people while we're here as well. My apologies to everyone for the slight delay here. I've been working diligently all day to set this up. It was kind of like a last minute thing, and I wanted to make some tweaks to perfect my OBS because I've been getting some scrutiny on how I'm displaying the chat, and I kind of figured out that issue where, you know, in the transparent chat, my name had a white background on it, and it looked kind of crappy. So I had to go out there and find some CSS code to remove that. A bunch of stuff that most people don't understand, but it is fixed, and it's going to look great. So anyway, with that being said, let's get right to it here. Let's switch over to the panel screen, and let's say welcome to our panel here. Everyone all together, welcome panel.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, not much.
Hey, guys. You totally got the name.
What's up, guys?
What's up, everybody? Hey, let's start.
Enthusiastic than that.
Well, let's start off individually introducing everyone on the panel one by one. We're going to start off with the man that's pretty much been the leader of this group here. I mean, everyone is equal, but Matt Shangy has been a very amazing player in this YouTube sphere. And how about you introduce yourself, Shangy, and tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and your YouTube channel, and all that.
Oh, well, I'm the Mad Shangy. I'm involved in the manosphere. I was involved in the men's rights movement, supporting people like ABFM. But I'm also a MGTOW. You know, I'm a man going my own way. I don't believe in marriage. I don't promote marriage. I do the opposite. I try to encourage other men not to get married because it's not a good system for men. It doesn't benefit them in any way. And I like to promote, you know, living for yourself and following your dreams, doing what you want to do out of life. That's pretty much it. I got some YouTube channels. I cover different topics, MGTOW, entertainment, just whatever happens to interest me. I've had tons of interesting people on my show. I had the son of Roseanne Barr on my show, Dr. Fred Bauman. Nathan Forrest Winters was on my show not too long ago. So, you know, that's me.
You're the man.
I am the man.
You are the man. Right. He's very humble about it, too. I like that.
I'm humble, too. Did I mention that?
Yeah, a lot of humble pie right there, man.
Yeah.
Give me a slice of that. I need it. Yeah, exactly. So thank you, Shangy, for being here. By the way, for you, Shangy, and everyone else on the panel here, I believe most of you are moderators, or all of you are already moderators. If not, I will mod you. Please feel free to share any or all of your channel links. I know, Shangy, you have about 6,000 YouTube channels. There's a reason for that. We'll talk about that later on. Feel free to share your links in there. You have my blessing and permission to do that. That's what I do for people that are guests on my show and collaborative partners as well. So thank you, Shangy, for being here. Let's move on over next to Jamie. Jamie, how are you doing tonight? Thank you for being here.
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. Thank you very much for asking. It's been a great day. You like the fireplace, Jamie? Is that your style right there?
I do. It's much better than just a white screen.
Is it aesthetically pleasing for you as a lady?
It is.
Fantastic. So, Jamie, tell us a bit about yourself, your channel, what your purpose on YouTube is, your involvement, you know, hanging around with a bunch of us guys discussing female stuff, female nature, or female. I'll leave it at that. Go ahead.
Well, I really don't have much involvement other than like fighting.
Whoa.
That's some sheer honesty there.
I'm just here for the drama.
So drama is very entertaining for you, huh?
For sure. And I don't understand why it stresses everybody out. I think it's fun.
It's fun. It's fun to a certain point. It's fun up to the point of where you get a guy like JB Gunner. We're going to probably talk more about him again. I'll mention the latest on that fiasco that's been happening between him and I. That when a guy steals your content and monetizes it, and basically makes you the mockery, and exploits you and extorts money from you based on that exploitation, you got to do something about that. But, a little drama outside of that, fair drama, I have no problem with that. But when somebody's abusing the system, like I called out JB Gunner in my last video, and I said, JB Gunner, you're no different than a radical feminist that takes advantage of the system. You're basically doing the same thing to me that radical feminists do, that to request and gain special privileges through our modern day court system. And so with the exception of that, a little drama here and there is entertaining. I get that. I totally understand that. I try to stay away from it, but sometimes, or many times, you just can't help. So Jamie, anything else you want to mention before we move on here?
Not yet.
Not yet, but I'm sure there's plenty more to come. There's plenty more to come, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate that. Let's move along next to Taz. Taz, welcome to the show, man. Thank you for being here, man.
Hey, thanks for having me here.
You're quite welcome, man. You're quite welcome. Why don't you share a little bit about yourself with us, whatever you want to mention? Are you running a YouTube channel currently, or what's going on with you, man? What's been happening?
So far, I only got like 2 videos up. And basically, any of the content I want to do, it's been done by better people like Barbarossa, Stardust, and what have you. Traversable Pragmatism and Whiskey Stills and Tumbleweeds does a pretty good job. So really no need for me to do content.
That's cool, man. Rather than regurgitating the same content like many content creators out there do, especially through the manosphere, you step back and you consume it and you give where you can, it sounds like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty good, man. Excellent, man. Awesome. Anything else you want to mention before we move forward here?
No, not really.
Fantastic, man. Well, thank you for being here. My house is your house.
I have the best introduction.
Yeah. All right. Last but not least, please welcome Filippo Soa to the show. Filippo, how you doing, brother? Thanks for being here.
What's up, yo? I'm good. Thanks for asking. And I'm the pop culture hype man.
I love it, man. I love your picture, man. I love your picture. It's rather stellar.
Yeah. It's from...
Yeah. That's your picture, when you go after JB Gunner and go gangsta on his ass, right?
Yeah.
I'm the furthest thing from a gangster. I'm the furthest thing from a gangster here. I'm like this suburbia boy from the San Francisco Bay Area. So, but I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, so is JB. He's the furthest thing from a gangster as well.
Yeah, he's a wannabe gangster. He's a wannabe gangster.
He ain't tough.
Yeah. Now, Filippo, I believe you have a channel, right? Why don't you talk to us about your channel a little bit, what you do on there, and what your part is in the YouTube sphere?
I'm a content creator. I run the Filippo Town series, which is my franchise of a show. It does a little bit of everything from gaming streams to pop culture, like in gaming and movie reviews, and maybe cooking videos and memes.
Nice. And memes
I'm the
too.
all-arounder. Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I believe it was on your Discord server. I did mention that I'm not the biggest fan of memes yesterday. I think they're a little childish. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful or anything. I think you knew that, to each its own. But I get a good laugh out of them every now and then. But it's like I'm so busy trying to make this shit happen behind the scenes, man, that it's like I don't even have time to make memes, even if I wanted to make them. So. But no, it's cool, man. It's cool. Anything else you want to mention before we move forward here? Because we've got a lot to talk about and so little time to do it in.
Oh, and we got Alone Capone in the chat.
We do. Welcome, Alone Capone.
It's my guy, too.
Yeah. Alone Capone, he can't stand JB Gunner as well. So, Alone Capone, we have that in common. And don't listen to what JB Gunner is saying about me because he's so full of shit. You got your real brothers and sisters here in the house, man. So thank you very much for being here, Alone Capone. Go ahead,
Eli.
Go ahead,
can you make Alone Capone a moderator, please?
So Alone Capone's all good.
Oh, okay.
Shangy, do you second
Yes,
that
sir.
nomination of making Alone Capone a moderator?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Alone Capone. I'm going to make you a mod right now. Give me just 1 second here. You see, this is how you make alliances here, man. I just can't believe how much fuckery JB Goner, I call him Goner because he's going to be gone. JB Goner. I didn't even.
More like JB Gomer.
I didn't even mean to say that, but JB Goner, he's going to be gone off of YouTube if he doesn't stop all his shit that he's been doing lately. But
you just gave him a new nickname.
Yeah, JB Goner. Someone's going to cut that somewhere, man. But hey, Filippo, anything else you want to mention before we move forward here? Because I want to make people aware of, where my case stands with JB Gunner before we start getting into it here. Because I know you folks have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, go ahead, Eli.
Well, thank you for being here, Filippo, and thank you to everyone else for being here.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Once again, it's all good in the hood. Yeah, all good in the hood.
Yeah.
So folks, most of you are aware by now that many, many days ago, I think it was 4 or 5 days ago, I did a live stream and JB Gunner relayed my entire live stream as it was happening with malicious intent, obviously to steal my viewers and to exploit me, to extort money from me. He's done that before, and I finally had enough. So the very next, actually once the stream ended, I filed a copyright complaint on him. YouTube took that video down. And then there's been this back and forth between JB and I, and it hasn't actually happened. He hasn't put out a video on this in the past couple of days, so I don't even know what he's up to. Maybe he's scared. Who knows? But JB Gunner did a response video a couple days ago, and he showed a screenshot of him countering my copyright claim. And I still have not received any counter notification from YouTube. Now, maybe they have a backlog. I don't know what's really going on. Who knows? Maybe it'll go through. Maybe it won't. And I've also mentioned if it does go through, I will 100% be suing JB Gunner to the fullest extent of the law. I do have the resources to do it, and I'm not fucking around. I'm not kidding, because I understand that me talking up this big game, if I don't go through on my promise, that will affect my reputation. And I'm not that kind of guy to make empty promises and empty threats. I'm not like JB Gunner. Hey, Carly Ellison. Carly Ellison says back in prison where he belongs is where I'd like to see JB. Well, how many of you on the panel would second or third that?
Well, JB should be in prison anyways. He fled the state to avoid the consequences of beating his wife live on cam on a live stream.
Yeah, I think he belongs in jail.
Yeah,
and this is no laughing matter either. Not only did he beat this woman, like there's been altercations he's had with her where he's pulled a gun on her and pointed a gun at her face to threaten her.
Yep. Yeah. So he definitely does belong in prison. And let's see. Alone Capone says, thanks for the wrench. You're very welcome. Ginny Gillespie. Hi, Coach Eli. Hello, Ginny Gillespie. Thank you for being here. hopefully we can get through this drama soon so we can get back on track with the message. But this stream here is part of my message because, you know, we're going to be sharing with people, you know, how cyberbullying happens out here on YouTube and how to properly handle it to move forward. And that way you can focus more on your message and building your brand, especially if you have someone like JB Gunner that's been attacking your message and your brand like he's been doing to me. So anyway, so I have not received any counter notification from YouTube. And so then the other day, I found out that JB Gunner actually re-uploaded that live stream where he used my entire video while it was being streamed live on his original channel, Red Pill Mindframe. He re-uploaded to Red Pill Mindframe too. And I wasn't going to put a copyright claim on it, but I said, fuck it. You know what? I'm done with this. He's harming my brand. He's re-uploading it. And this would be more evidence to bring forward into a court of law. And this would also more so show YouTube that this guy just doesn't get it. He has a copyright claim, an existing copyright claim on his main channel. The video gets taken down, and then he goes and re-uploads that same exact piece of content to his secondary channel. So I actually did file a DMCA, Digital Millennium Copyright Act, on that. And I did that yesterday, and I still have not heard back from YouTube. So I'm just wondering if maybe the copyright department at YouTube only works on weekdays. If that's the case, hopefully I'll hear something tomorrow. Or who knows, maybe they're doing further research into JB's channel. And who knows what's going on. But that's where it stands right now. Okay. JB has countered the original copyright that I put on his original channel. And I've also filed a copyright claim on his secondary channel, Red Pill Mindframe 2, where he re-uploaded the same exact video. And I have not received confirmation. That video is actually still up. So obviously YouTube has not taken any action on that yet. I will make you folks aware as soon as I get the information from YouTube. I'll either go live or I'll do a pre-recorded video that same day. More than likely, something will happen tomorrow. Now let's go around the panel real quick and just discuss that very briefly here. Start off with Shangy and work our way down. What are your thoughts about that?
Coach, you know I criticized you for filing the DMCA in the first place. But of course, I've softened a bit on my position on that because I realize that this is sort of a last resort response to the campaign of nonstop campaign of harassment that's been going on for over 2 years now.
Right.
From what I've seen, even before you came back to YouTube, while you're still just on Facebook and stuff, these guys have been plotting and scheming to get you to come back to them, come back to doing content with them, right? Even though you're like the court jester to them, they think you're a big joke, and then they're gonna like use you for the lulz, right? Right. These are the guys that are coming to you, reaching out to you, begging you, right? And then because you don't want anything to do with these guys anymore, then they resort to harassment. Then they resort to simulcasting your podcast as a way to annoy you even further and get you to spurg out, get you angry, get you to react to them. So yeah, so that they'll have material for them to riff off of. Like these are like it's not just JB Gunner. This is JB Gunner with the help of people like Jamie the Purple Pill, now known as Lichen Furry. And now Lichen Furry and Roseblade, aka and all these other people in that purple pill camp of things. These are a bunch of guys that are all dogpiling on one guy, basically, Coach Eli, and they've made him their entire shtick. They literally talk about nothing else but this guy. This is why I have no respect for these guys, right? I may do these drama streams where I talk about various people, but that's the thing. I talk about various people, and then I move on to the next person or the next issue, the next topic. I'm not going over and over and over again the same fucking person for 2 years. That's ridiculous.
Oh, I know.
Well,
if they're not talking about Eli, then they're not talking about anything. That they had nothing else to talk about.
You know why they do it? And I didn't mean to interrupt you, Jamie or Shangy, but you know why they do it is because it's very profitable to them, because JB has basically made me this clown figure to a certain audience out there that really enjoys the entertainment aspect of him attacking me and doing these things to me that triggers me. Now, it doesn't trigger me. Maybe it did in the past, but it doesn't really trigger me anymore. The only thing that really bothers me is the fact that he is.
Let's be a little more honest. We wouldn't be here today if it didn't trigger you. Like, obviously, they still know how to push your buttons. Well, and this is why we're where we're at today. This is why you're resorting to filing a DMCA copyright, because they can get to you by simulcasting your content. They can still get to you by showing up with sock accounts, like using your brother's name and face in your family members. Like, part of what makes you an easy target for these guys is you're in denial of being triggered, and like, that's got to stop too. They push your buttons, and then you play right into their hands, and you end up doing exactly what they want you to do. And this is how they made this character of you, of the cuck.
Yeah, here's the thing, Shangy, and I want to ask the rest of the panel as well what their thoughts are about this. You know, these guys, if they didn't push the boundaries of what's legal, it wouldn't get to me. They know if they attack me in a legal way, which they don't have a non-legal way to attack me, they know that nothing triggers me besides the fact of them attacking me in a legal matter type of way, such as reusing my content or putting out my brother's name, which is a privacy concern, a privacy issue. These guys hit below the belt to trigger me, which, quite honestly, Shangy, it really isn't fair, because that stuff is illegal, what they're doing technically. But the reason why they've been getting away with it is because I have not taken action on it. And the reason why, you know, these people, you know, pick on other people and do the same thing is because these other people don't do anything about it. And that's why I'm taking action and doing something about it, because I want to show people that you can tackle this, you can attack this and protect yourself and stop these people dead in their tracks. Now, what are your thoughts about that, Shangy? And we'll go down the line and ask everyone what they think.
Well, I'm cautiously optimistic about the whole DMCA thing. Like I said, I've got my skepticism because people try to DMCA me all the time, and it never works. It's just a tactic to censor and try and shut me up. You know, but like I said, I'm here in solidarity with you right now, because I'm quite frankly sick of seeing you getting picked on all the time by these fucking losers, right? They call themselves the cuck busters, but they're the biggest cucks on the internet. Like break them one by one. There was Joe Buddy, the guy who trolls third world countries for looking for poor Asian poontang to marry and then get divorce rate. Then there's Jamie, who thought he was in a real relationship with a married woman, and then he ended up getting dumped. And who does he go running back to? Coach Eli, looking for sympathy. Oh, I got dumped, Coach. Feel bad for me. And then look at these guys. They're the cool kids in school. They're the biggest fucking losers you'll ever see, right? And the only thing that makes them feel better about themselves is picking on somebody that they feel is weaker than them, like Coach Eli here.
Well, I appreciate what you're saying, Shang. And here's the thing: that in all honesty, you know, I can handle. I do have thick skin, even though some people think I don't have thick skin. I can handle the stuff. The bottom line is when they're attacking my livelihood, and you know, when they're attacking my business and affecting, you know, my bottom line, that's what puts me in a rage and triggers me. And they know that triggers me, and that would trigger anybody. There's nobody on the planet. There's no man or woman on the planet that wouldn't be triggered when somebody goes after their friends, family, or their finances. You know, just like right now, what I'm doing to JB, you know, if it goes through, it will affect him financially, but that's not why I'm doing it. And the reason why I put this, you know, DMCA, this copyright on JB, I didn't really want to go that route, but I had no other choice. You know, he actually did violate copyright, and I will prove it, and I will sue him if I have to. Most people are out there are saying, okay, we want to see what's going to happen if you're actually going to sue JB if that counter goes through. You can mark my words, 100,000,000%. I'm putting my name on the line right now that I will 100% sue the guy. No problem at all. Okay? So all I'm trying to say here is that, look, I can handle this shit. It's just the fact when the guy attacks, my livelihood, that's where it gets to me, Shane. That's where it gets to me, when he attacks me financially and all that. So kind of lost my train of thought where I was going on this, because this is really,
Well, basically, you just confirmed he still knows how to push your buttons, and he can do that by stealing your content. Like I said, part of what makes you an easy target is you say things like, oh, I'm not getting triggered, but like you do react to their button pushing and all the shit they do to fucking annoy you, because it does annoy you, and you do react to it.
But what am I supposed to do, Shangy?
I think possibly taking a stand by forcing them to negotiate, like with the DMCA thing, right? The only thing that's going to affect JB Gunner is hitting him at his pocketbook, But I think the last time he started, making violent threats, there's, I think I still got a recording of him saying he's going to slit throats if you affect his pocketbook. Oh, wow. JB.
Those are empty threats. Those are empty threats, Shangy. Shangy, here's the thing. I can't control Shangy. Here's the thing. I cannot control, and I want to give other people a chance to talk too. I know you and I can talk forever, but no disrespect, but I can't control what JB does from wherever he lives, whether he's in an apartment, whether he's in a motel, wherever. He can hit broadcast live and rebroadcast anything, and unless YouTube takes it down or somebody takes action, I can't control what he does. So he's going to do what he does. And if he's doing that and that affects my livelihood, yes, that would upset you too. That would upset anybody. So yes, that does trigger me on that aspect there. But I can, if they weren't going after my livelihood and preventing me from monetizing my own channel and affecting me monetarily or affecting me, by going after my family and friends, I could ignore the rest of the stuff. But they're pushing it way beyond what's legal, and that's what triggers me. So I want you to understand, Shangy, that I really didn't want to do this to JB, but I have no other choice. I have to find anything legal that an attorney would be willing to take a case on to go after him just to shut him up. And I do have, I do have him on this copyright 100%. There's no doubt in my mind that this copyright, if I go to court, if we go to court, he's going to lose. There's no doubt. I have the proof. He put the video on his secondary channel. What an idiot. So I downloaded the video. I downloaded the thumbnail. The thumbnail was also shown within the video, so I can prove that's his thumbnail. So how idiotic can this guy be, unless part of his strategy is he did this on purpose and he's happy I put a copyright on him, so now we have this back and forth, which is stirring this drama pot that I don't want to stir
now
up.
He gets to play the victim who's getting censored by the big bad Eli, and like main reason why we're here too, all of us here, Jamie and all that stuff, is because we got people like Rose Blades now jumping on his bandwagon. Now she's getting cozy with the wife beater, and they're all united under Coach is censoring people because he hit them with a DMCA copyright strike. And like I said, normally I'd be against that, but I just happen to know that they've been on your case for a while, trying to get you to come back to this King and the Cuck show. How many times do you have to say no?
Shangy, they've been extorting money by using my name, my face, putting my face and my name on T-shirts. That's against the law. What else am I supposed to do? I had no choice but to go this route. I don't want to be known as this flagger. And here's the thing with Rose Blades. I've never once said anything negative about her until maybe recently, where I said, I think your channel's a piece of shit with shitty quality. I mean, but besides that, I've never attacked Rose. I've never said anything negative about her. And now all of a sudden, you know, she's flipping over to this other side because it's entertaining for her. Okay, she's just going.
That, she was cast out of my inner circle, basically. Right, like a lot of the stuff, it's spilling over to your stuff, but there's a lot of shit that went on in my server, and it's just caused this ripple effect where these changing alliances. So some of the people that they were bitching about before, now they're friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Just out of convenience. So now, because they're mad at me now, I kicked them out of my server, or some of them left voluntarily, but I ended up deleting my own server because I couldn't trust the people in it anymore. There were some hidden agendas and a lot of stuff going on behind my back. It started with Red Pool Jack taking a screenshot, giving it to JB Gunner, just so he can, you know, throw his little digs at Coach Eli. You know, in the screenshot itself, like I said, the actual content of the screenshot is not something that affects me, you know, and really, honestly, I don't see how that was supposed to be so embarrassing for Coach Eli, especially knowing that it was Red Pool Jack that was bringing up this weird conversation in the first place. He was the one talking about, what was it, IEDs, whatever the fuck they're called.
IUDs, it's an intrauterine device. It's permanent birth control.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the one that brought up that shit. And then, you know, like a little girl, after you leave the server, he's going to go, you know, go scrolling back up and go digging back, looking for this stupid conversation. And so he betrayed my server, all just so JB can make a video begging you to come back to the King and the Cuck show. Nobody likes you, Coach. Mad Shingy don't like you. Nobody likes you. Come back to me, Coach.
Pretty good.
Yeah. That's basically what it was.
Yeah. So let's do this. Let's go around, you know, the panel here and get some feedback from the rest of the members of the panel. And then I know you folks have your own stuff you want to bring up. Jamie, what are your thoughts about this whole JB thing between JB and myself, the whole copyright thing? I mean, what are your honest thoughts about it?
I honestly think that you're right to do a copyright strike on him. I mean, he can't use your content. He can't. And, you know, the way that they harass you and pick on you, like, just constantly, I think you have every right to defend yourself and give him a strike. Fuck him.
Wow, that was pretty simple. Anything else you want to mention on it? You got right to the point.
No, that's pretty much it. I think he deserves it.
Yeah, and again, Jamie, before we move on, we're gonna go to Taz next. You know, it's like, look, it's a last resort. I had no other choice. And I don't want people to sit here and think that I'm this weak guy emotionally. Look, I'm not the biggest guy physically. I'm 5'10", 165. I'm strong for my size, but there are bigger guys than me out there. I get that, and I'm happy within myself, even though these guys kick me down for that. Okay? But as far as, you know, emotional self-control, yeah, I've had my moments. Don't get me wrong. I've gone public on YouTube and had my moments, but a lot of that had to do with what JB put me through, affecting my relationship and other things as well. So there's a lot that people don't know about this that JB has put me through beyond this copyright. The copyright is 100% legitimate, but it's probably one of the easiest ways I can go after him and shut him down, get an attorney to take the case, and then place a cease and desist on him to the point of where if he even like whispers my name, even on someone else's stream, I will sue him for everything he's got, which is probably not much. So, you know, this is more of, hey, I can handle this. I have thick skin, but when you're coming after my livelihood, he says I go after his livelihood doing this. Bullshit. That's your reverse manipulative, you know, scare tactic, JB. That's your bully tactic. Fuck you. That's such a bunch of bullshit. So I really want people to understand that, hey, I know I've been picked on. I know that they've talked a lot of smack about me, and I can let that shit go, which is what I was doing. But when they start attacking my content and affecting me from monetizing my own hard work, and then they in turn monetize my hard work, Now I got to go after them any way I can. But thank you very much, Jamie. I appreciate your response. It was short, sweet, and to the point. You can talk as long as you want on here, but that was short, sweet, and to the point. So thank you. Taz, what's up, bro? I know you've been waiting patiently. I know Shaggy and I can talk for days.
Oh, yeah. I've noticed.
Sorry, bro.
Not a problem. There's, like, in the past, there's a lot of things I haven't agreed with you with. But basically, when you did the copyright strike on them, basically, I look at it as just your way of saying, hey, you need to back off. It's a stronger way of saying it, because if you just talk to him, he's just going to wave it off like, I'm not listening to the blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden, it changes as soon as you strike them. Now, a lot of these people keep talking about you. And I think a lot of it has to do is when it comes to Jamie and them, they're projecting all their own insecurities onto you.
Amen.
So that's the reason why they're projecting so hard on you. Otherwise, why would they be so addicted to you like crack? As soon as you came back, that's all they kept talking about. Oh my God, I gotta get that Eli. I gotta go watch that Eli. What can I say about Eli? Like a bunch of old ladies on a stoop talking and gossiping. Because otherwise, why else are they doing it? I mean,
yeah, Taz. Let me interrupt you. I'll let you keep going in a second, but I wanted to comment on something you mentioned already. The reason why I feel, and I mentioned this in some other videos and streams over the past week, the reason why I feel they're so desperate to keep in touch with me and get me back is because they're not making money in other ways. JV Gunner was on one of my live streams. I'll mention this again. I mentioned it on a stream the other day. He was on a live stream of mine a couple weeks back, and he was saying, I now make $1,000 a day on JV Gunner TV. I have 30,000 subs, this and that. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, if you're busy making $1,000 a day, then why are you spending an hour or two to relay my live stream to make $330 when you could be making more doing what you're doing? The real truth of the matter is you're not making shit, JB. And then he did a video last week from this shitty ass 1-star hotel room with a fucked up cruddy bed and shit, crying to people saying, we don't make what you think we make. So he is a hypocrite. He is so full of shit. He has lied to his audience, and they still keep feeding him money. Maybe they feel sorry for him, but do you understand? Does that make sense to you, Taz? It's like 1 minute the guy says he's making $1,000 a day, then he goes after me relaying my stream. Is he that desperate to make money? I don't get it.
I think it's a little bit of he's trying to keep up appearances. He wants to give the appearance of being successful and thinking that he's going to lure more people in to donate to him for his content. And quite frankly, a lot of them, all their content is you, because basically, have you seen them do any other content? Shenny changes his guests. He changes the topics on his show. When's the last time you heard them talk about anything but Eli? It's like every other word's like, Eli did this, Eli did that, Eli did this, Eli jumped over a barrel. I saw him. Or you get a sister being like, oh my God, he walked in a park and there was a child on the other side. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Yeah, let me mention one thing about that real quick, because Cicely and I have been talking behind the scenes. He doesn't come out on YouTube, but him and I are connected on Hangouts. I cannot go as far and give his information out, so I won't be doing that. But he's apologized for that. I'm still unhappy that he would have ever done that in the first place. But, if somebody comes to me, apologizes, and faces me man to man, like he did, I can forgive him. I'll never forget what he did, because that's a serious allegation right there. Even if you're playing, you don't say shit like that, because that's never forgotten. I can forgive, but I'll never forget. So just wanted to make you aware of where that stands. At least the difference between a Cicely and JB is that I can respect a Cicely being more reasonable than JB, or actually being reasonable, because JB is not reasonable at all. What are your thoughts, Taz? What are your final thoughts about this before we move forward?
Well, the only thing is Jamie and his crew were feeding into it too. And quite frankly, to even allude to the fact that to anything close to pedophilia is pretty much the lowest common denominator human being on the earth. You're pretty much taking a very serious thing and you're demeaning it. You're making it like it's almost nothing. And quite frankly, the people that have gone through that, you're victimizing them all over again by pretty much just, I don't know. I mean, people don't put any thought into what they say when they say shit like that.
Right.
I mean, pedophilia is nothing to be joking about. You got retards using the word as if it's just a regular curse word, and it's not. It's something serious. It's a serious accusation. It shouldn't be used unless somebody's doing it.
Right.
And to be using that is uncalled for.
I agree.
Yeah, and they don't have proof of any of this shit. So I wish they would stop saying that. You want to call people assholes?
I agree.
That's one thing, but don't call them pedophiles.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, let me get here real quick, and then we'll get to Filippo. I totally agree with that. You know, it should never be said, even if it's not meant. I know for a fact that Sicily was just joking around because he's going through some stuff, but it's not a joking matter, is what you're saying, Taz, and everyone else. And I completely agree with that. But what I'm saying is, just to show you folks what I'm trying to prove here, maybe whether I feel like I need to prove it or not doesn't matter. But I can sit there and, as bad as it sounds for a Sicily to have said that back then, I can just let it go because I knew that it was a bunch of bullshit. I'm strong enough to just say, fuck it. It's not worth my time feeding into it. And nothing bad came out of it. But I did talk with him, and you know what? We worked it out. But real quick, Charles F. Gray's in the house. Charles. And he has a wrench here still. Charles is going to be shutting down, and he's going to be removing all of his videos by the end of this month. And he may be even shutting down his channel. Charles, would you like to join us on the panel? I bet Charles won't come on. But I really would love to get your take on this JB Gunner thing, Charles. And you know what, Charles? If you want to come on here, who knows? Maybe we'll do a top 3 BFP list just for shits and giggles, and we'll put that into the archive. We'll do one final. Charles F. Gray, if you come on live right now on the air, I'll send you the Hangout link. I will do a top 3 BFP big fucking pussy list one final time just for you. What do you folks think about that? Shangy, everyone else, what do you think?
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Yeah.
I'm all for it. All right. Taz, anything else before we get to Filippo here? Filippo's been waiting very, very patiently. Very patient.
No, I mean, there's other things to be talking about. And quite frankly, anybody get triggered when if you have one person coming after you, fine. But how many people does it take to go over and start trolling a guy? It's ridiculous. Get a life, move on.
One thing I like to point out, I noticed they're not just doing it to you, Coach. They're doing it to anybody that's associated with you. Angel has shown me screenshots of all of them. Bearded Nemophilus, which is a friend of Jamie.
Yep.
Jamie and some other people from that clique showing up on this guy's channel and hurling a bunch of racist bullshit, right?
Right.
Remember, these are the guys that are on a soapbox right now. They're on this phony moral high ground that they like to take, even though that they're doing all this bullshit, right? They're acting like bullies, but they made a stream last night, which is why we're all here. Basically, we're going to be responding to that stream, but they made a stream whining that we're the bullies, even though they're the ones that are like right now. The entire manosphere is pissed off with Rose Blades, and they're sick of her. It's not just me that's calling her out right now. It's the entire manosphere right now.
Didn't she get pwned by a 17-year-old?
She got pwned by a fucking 17-year-old. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, I saw a stream.
For no reason.
I saw this Portuguese MGTOW stream that she was on. Like, literally 50 seconds after this kid went on and started, like, roasting her, she rage quit. Right? This is the bitch that wants to go on live streams and roast people, but she can't even handle 50 seconds from a teenager that was calling her out for the same shit I've been calling her out for to her face. Basically saying, you're in this MGTOW thing because you like attention from men, and you're in fucking denial. And you got no argument except, disagree. Well, it's like, well, no, it's so fucking obvious.
Well, Shangy, both of them got one thing in common. They like to rage quit, except Rose did it quicker.
Yeah, Rose Blades rage quit faster than Jamie did.
Yeah.
Should we get to Filippo?
Yeah. Let's get to Filippo here. Filippo, sorry it took so long, man. You know we all love you, man. But you're last but not least. You're not the least. Just so we make that clear, Filippo, what are your thoughts about this whole JB thing? I know you and I have talked, privately in the past. But what do you think, bro?
I think, yeah, JB Gunner needs to be sent to prison. He needs to be in prison where he belongs. And now he's counter copyright strike, counter DMCAing you. Because you filed a DMCA against him. Now, I understand. I'm starting to understand. I understand your desire to take him to court, and yeah, they've been put. Yeah.
So we put Filippo on the spot.
Filippo, if you don't want to say anything, man, we'll just let you out. Dude, I'm not here to get anyone in trouble. I'm not here to put anyone on the spot. Man. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish you all the best in taking JB to court.
No, thank you, man. And look, if people come on my show and they don't want to say certain things, I won't think any less of you. You come on here and be yourself. Say what you want to say. Don't say what you don't want to say. If you don't want to answer a question that's personal, that could affect your livelihood in any way or your reputation.
I don't think that was it, Coach. I think he was just socially awkward, struggling to get the words out.
Okay.
And plus, we were waiting too long to get to him.
Matt Cheney, you know Filippo Soa much better than I do. I do have a lot of love for Filippo. But what you just said there makes a lot of sense. Okay? I appreciate that. No disrespect to Filippo. I just thought that I had put him on the spot, and I didn't want him to feel
not so good. I didn't have much for words when you gave me a turn, but back to you, Eli.
Yeah, now Ginny Gillespie, thank you for Filippo. Ginny Gillespie says, honestly, I don't know these people, but you guys all sound like bullies right now. Well, Ginny Gillespie, we're not bullies. Okay, I know you've been a part of my channel for a while. I don't really know who you are. You've been very nice in here. Maybe you could be JB Gunner for all I know, or somebody, trying to build a reputation as a Ginny Gillespie. If you're a real person from wherever you're at, and you're just a consumer, okay, I can sit here and tell you that we're not here to bully people. We've all been bullied and seen other people get bullied for no reason. Okay, we have people like JB Gunner who are not only attacking me, but are attacking my good friend Angel, who has a disability. He has a speech impediment. And he attacks him on that. And so does this other guy, Jamie the Purple Pill guy, not the Jamie out here on the stream. We're talking about Jamie the Purple Pill lichen theory guy. These guys,
Jamie the Cry baby.
Right. Mm-hmm. So all we're doing, Ginny, is we're exposing this, and we're also making people aware that if you're a YouTuber, you may end up dealing with this. And if you end up dealing with this, you don't have to put up with it. Okay? Now, do you have to file a copyright on everyone to deal with something like this? No, most people, if you send them an email, or reach out to them through a Hangouts message or something, they will back off. But these guys have not backed off. They've been relentless. They've been abusive. Okay? They've been taking advantage of my livelihood financially, and they've been defaming my character. They've pushed it way too far. So all we're doing is exposing this, and we're sharing with people how they can handle this, to not be afraid to stand up for yourself. Just like, JB's wife, was beaten by him, and she finally stood up to him and walked away and ended it after dealing with the abuse for 10 years. See, Ginny, ask yourself this, okay? If you were dating a man or married to a man that was verbally and physically abusing you, would you put up with that? Even if he said, even if he threatened you and said, "Oh, I'll do harm to you if you call the cops on me." See, a bully's ammunition is to make you believe that they'll actually do what they say they'll do. In most cases, they won't do it. Now, in some cases, they will. And I feel bad for the small percentage of people that, are murdered or seriously hurt by a bully. But in most cases, a bully's ammo is are the empty threats that they give. So that's all we're doing here. I really wanted to touch base with my subscriber base and make people aware of why I have this panel here tonight, why I'm associated with these people. These are good people here on this panel. And they've been very supportive of me. And they've been through similar things. And all I want to do is do the right thing. I want to clean up shop so everyone has a fair chance of getting where they want to get to. And that's all there. Okay, so Shangy, let's go to you. We're going to go through each person, and each person can talk about, what's going on with them. So what did you want to mention tonight in regards to cyberbullying?
Well, I think we wanted to respond to that live stream that was done in response to the live stream we did the other night.
Oh yeah.
But also, like I said, we're calling out JB today and the purple pill and all that stuff, because, like I said, I'm sick and tired of seeing the way these people have been picking on you for the longest time. Like, to me, it got old a long time ago. All I've been hearing about since I joined the HOM and even after I left the HOM, all I've been hearing about is you, right? And I don't know what's so interesting about you that these people would have such just a fixation. Says, and Joe Buddy, when are you gonna get some new fucking material there? That's all you got. Where's the life coaching?
I'm about to give him the hammer because that's all he does.
What are you contributing now, right? You're proving exactly the point I do. What is your preoccupation with Coach Eli? If you don't like him, then why the fuck are you here?
I agree.
Why are
you don't like him?
This guy?
There's tons of other channels to be watching instead of just watching something you don't like. It's the same crap Jamie says when somebody comes on his channel. It's the same stuff Rose says when people go to her channel. If you don't like the content, don't watch it. It's that simple.
Yep. Yeah. I'd let Joe go ahead, Shangy. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you want some life coaching. Here's some life coaching for you. Don't bully people so you don't look like an asshole on the internet. And then when you're called out, and then you say, "No, we're not bullied. You don't look like a fucking hypocrite." It says, "My last 6 hours of my content were about other topics than Eli Shangy Tar." Oh, wow.
We're about to get in the hammer.
6 hours of your content. Therein lies the problem with your content, Joe Buddy.
Hey, Joe Buddy, real quick. I'm gonna give you a few to retract your statement there. And if you say something like that again, then you're getting banned. I'm not going to sit here and listen to this shank-tard shit. I'm done with it.
Yeah. Joe Buddy,
who cares if you call it?
Know your role and shut your mouth, Joe Buddy.
I know. And Shangy, listen, I know, guys, I know you guys can handle it's just words. So can I. Mm-hmm. I understand that. The bottom line is I'm tired of seeing these guys come in here and use these same lines just to try to trigger me or us, so that way they can go run one of their crappy-ass shows on their crappy, shitty-ass channels to have something to talk about, okay? Because I'm not boring. Love me or hate me, I'm not boring. And when you guys do content on me, it's not boring whether you love me or hate me. When I watch your shitty-ass show with Eric Wade, Joe Buddy, that is the most boring-ass shit I've ever seen in my life. What the hell are you guys even talking about? I can't even, I try to watch your shit. I can't, I fall asleep on my couch. Mm-hmm. Trying to watch and listen to your boring shit. So anyway, Jenny Gillespie, I was just here for dating advice. LOL, too complicated for me. Have a good night. Jenny, I've mentioned to you and anyone else, if you folks want me to make a specific video on any topic, email me. And Jenny, if you send me an email on whatever topic you want, I will do a video for you free of charge. I typically will charge for them. So Jenny, send me an email and I'll do a video. Here's the thing. Hold on a second. I'm a business and personal relationship coach. So I talk about business topics. I talk about all personal topics. I talk about getting a grip on your life. And part of getting a grip on your life is learning how to deal with bullies and cyber bullies. That's a part of life. And that's why I'm talking about it. So Ginny, I don't want you to think that I'm not here to support you. I am, but I'm willing to go above and beyond. If you have any questions you'd like me to answer, I will do a personal video for you. I'll put it out there. You know, I'll keep your name out of it. But
Coach, what you did there was you just got sucked into a bit of trolling there. This fucking concern trolling shit. Where like, oh, I was just here for dating advice. What the fuck did she think this video was going to be about with the title? Right?
Well, I think she's a legitimate subscriber. That
well, she
was
a legitimate subscriber, but like the people who leave comments are like, "Oh, well, they're not talking about something that I'm interested in today." So like, fuck you guys. Like, you know, if you don't want to watch it, then don't watch it, right? This passive aggressive form of complaining that people do, it's just a troll tactic, and you're buying into it. I wouldn't have wasted the precious time of your stream to even acknowledge that.
I understand, but she's been coming around for a while, and I at least wanted to throw it out. I don't know who she is, Shangy. She could be a troll for all I know. I don't want to think she is, but you know, at least I wanted to address it because she's been around many, many times, and she has not been disrespectful at all. She has not attacked me at all, and that's the only reason why I approached it that way. But anyway, real quick, we have 40 DKSL. Joe Buddy, you need to get a life, seriously. And get Real Studio so people don't hear your Rugrats playing in the background. Joe Buddy has no life. He's miserable. His wife has driven him crazy. Jesus Christ, we've got a troll in here attacking Joe Buddy on my behalf. Anyway, let's get back on track here because I'm having a little too much fun here. But okay, so we're talking about that stream. You're talking about the stream that you and I did, and then Rose Blades and Jamie, the Purple Pill guy, who's now known as Lycan Theory, did a live response video to yesterday, which, Rose, I was not going to flag that. I'm not going to flag that. You have my blessing to do those. I'm not worried about you because you don't take it as far as JB does. You're not there to exploit me and extort money from me like JB does. You don't attack my family like JB does. Okay? You don't hit below the belt. You are a little what's the word I could use to be nice, Shangy? Because I know you wouldn't be as nice as myself about it. I mean, you're a little crazy at times, Rose, to put it politely. I know you do drink on your streams. I hear you pouring your drinks all the time, and my advice would be to maybe not drink as much or drink after you stream, you know, because that would allow you to be a little more coherent when you're addressing things. And maybe you wouldn't be as overreactive as you are. But I have no plans to ever flag one of your streams. You have to you guys are so scared I'm going to flag you guys. Now, if anyone out there relays my live stream while it's happening, I don't care who it is. If Shangy relays my live stream while it's happening, I'll flag him. But see, Shangy and I have a relationship now. It's a friendship relationship, or it's an association based on this. And he would come to me and ask me if I could do it. And I would probably say yes because I have a good relationship with him. So besides relaying the live streams, I'm not really looking to flag anybody. My point was never to flag JB, but I had no other choice because of everything he's doing that's affecting me in many different ways. So yes, so Rose Blades was relaying that stream with Jamie, the Purple Pill guy, aka Lycan Theory, and I saw most of it as I was taking my walk at the park and then getting ready. I actually went out for a little bit last night. And then it seemed like the video was removed, and now you said that Rose put it to unlisted.
It's not removed; it's unlisted.
Okay, so it is unlisted. Why do you think she did that? Because she fears me
getting flagged, or she just doesn't want other people to see it.
Then what's the point of creating it and putting in all that hard work just to vent?
Just to put it unlisted. These guys here in the chat, I've seen more of it than I did. I only caught the part where they were complaining about me, saying, "Oh, he calls me a bully, but all Shangy does is bully people."
Yeah.
Says, I guess 40DKSL has seen the video because he says the video was stupid. Yeah, it was pretty stupid.
Yeah, it was. It was lame. That's their idea of scorched earth.
What the hell is scorched earth? Is that something she created? I'm going to
It's
get a scorched earth on
what?
you. What the hell is scorched earth?
It's a term DDJ started using, and I think she took it up after.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah, Rose
that's the
copied
thing
it.
about Rose. Rose doesn't have any original like things she says on her own. She always parrots what that DDJ guy says. So if DDJ calls people potatoes, then she calls people potatoes. If DDJ calls people spurgs, she calls people spurgs. She's basically an empty-headed cunt that's never had an original thought in her life.
Now she
Wow.
has some liquor rolling around there. Come on, she has something in her head.
She has something swimming up there. But
right. And Shangy, now, real quick, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to put the screen, full screen hangouts. While I'm gone for 3-4 minutes, I'm going to use the restrooms and just take a break a second. I'll listen on my phone. Go ahead and share your thoughts about that stream, and then go down the panel and get their thoughts about it. And then when I come back, we'll move on to Taz, and then Jamie, and then Filippo, and see what they want to say. I kind of want to wrap this show up probably by about 9:15 or 9:30 at the latest Pacific time. So we've got about another 30, 45 minutes. So go ahead, Shangy. I'm going to put you full screen. I'll be back in about 3-4 minutes.
oh, alrighty, I'll hold down the fort for us.
Did you hear that ultimatum? He gave you 30 minutes, Shangy.
Better not waste these 30.
Hey, I'm ultimate. See, that's. I'll be back. Okay, go ahead, Shangy.
It's time to mutiny.
All right, but like I was saying, like Jamie, you saw more of that stream than I did. Like you took some screenshots of what they were saying in the live chat there.
Yeah.
So, but one thing I really wanted to address, because I saw the screenshots there. All right, these were the people that they're trying to take some phony moral high ground, saying, "Oh, they're calling us bullies, but they're the bullies." Blah blah blah. Like, I haven't been brigading people's servers, doing the mass thumb down thing like these people have been doing. Like these people have been acting like little school children, the way that they just come in droves and just like spam and harass and all that, and then they play the victim. But Rose, who doesn't like false allegations and all that stuff here, right? These people are hypocrites. Nightwing was talking shit about me once again having child porn on my computer there, which really pisses me off, right? If you know how I feel about pedophiles and child molestation, you know, any abuse involving children, anything that makes me lose my shit. But, you know, like, these are the things that they complain about women doing, making false rape allegations, you know, making false claims just out of spite. They're mad at me over something that went down on my server, and then they're gonna start bringing up child porn just out of spite. Like, fuck these people.
Yeah, no, I don't like that at all. You know, they want to call you an asshole or whatever the fuck they want to say, that's one thing. But you just don't call people pedophiles, especially when you have absolutely zero proof. That
what I find funny is
pisses me off.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
What I find funny is they propose to tell people what to do on their channels, what to do on their Discords. Meanwhile, you flip it over, they'll say, "What the fuck are you telling me what to do on my own Discord, my own channel?" Kind of hypocritical, don't you think? These are the same people that need to actually look up the definition of slander, bullying, and there's all this other bullshit that they keep complaining about, because they don't go by what they say. Just like Jamie saying, "Don't date single mothers," and what does he go and do? He dates a single mother.
Well, he says, no, don't date single mothers, but except for me, I can, because I'm smarter than you all.
What I find funny is he goes, "Well, I go on the streams and they don't say any arguments. They don't make any intelligent arguments. They just insult me. Ba 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 ba. They don't get this, they don't get that." They're like, "Oh, I tried to explain purple pill to Shangy, and he just didn't understand it. I guess he wasn't intelligent enough for it. Ba 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 ba. I guess we're too intelligent for these people." I guess they're not intelligent enough to figure out what slander actually means. and the actual definition of pedophilia, and that it's not something to be joking around about, unless you're a fucking scumbag.
Well, yeah, especially like, you know, talking shit about child porn just after you get booted out of his server. Like, fucking Nightwing's like probably one of the biggest pussies I've seen on the internet, right? He'll talk a lot of shit in a live chat. He'll go on a voice chat in Discord. He won't go in a hangout to speak up for himself because he's fucking afraid and paranoid of people somehow IDing him, right? But he'll stir the pot up and get people going. But then he'll go and hide behind somebody else and complain about like the repercussions of all the shit stirring he caused. It's like he'll go over to other people's streams and stuff, feeding them a bunch of crap, and basically run back to me and say, "Oh, Shaggy, they're obsessed with me." You know, like, fuck this guy. And here he is talking shit now, saying I got child porn on my computer. All right, so
Yeah.
So people, if somebody in your server is talking about having child porn on his computer, I would expect you to take a screenshot of that and then call the fucking police, call the cops. You don't talk shit after the fact. Oh, this guy said he had child porn on his computer, so we hung out with him for a year.
Yeah, exactly. If that was true, they had no problem with it up till this point. So what does that say about them?
No, like if somebody were in my server saying, "Oh, I got child porn," I'm like, what do you think I'd do? I'd take a screen cap and then I'd call the fucking cops right away.
Yeah.
Not a year later because we had a falling out and they're mad at me now because I booted out Jack. Well, like, fuck these people. And like I said, I talked about this on the show yesterday, how they made a little deal with me, saying they'll leave me alone and take down their videos, but Coach Eli and Sharon Hensley are fair game. And the justification they used was like Coach and Sharon are talking about them.
Well, Shangy, you know what Rose said about that? You know how you said they sent Holly over?
Yeah.
To do the arrangements? Well, Rose says that Holly went of her own accord because she said she went to sleep and she was going to take care of it in the morning. This is what she said on our live stream.
Yeah, that's right.
And she said, you're the one that approached her about the whole agreement and all that other bullshit.
Yeah, which is complete bullshit. The only thing that I did was I put out a video basically saying, "Rose, let's hash this out." I never mentioned anything about taking down videos. No, nothing. I didn't even like, you know, I wasn't even going to propose that we were going to have some kind of truce or anything. I only wanted to hash things out with Rose because I wanted to show the screenshots of me and Jack talking shit about her, basically. That was it. Welcome back, Coach.
Hey, so thank you so much.
Let me finish this thought here. So
go ahead.
So yeah, no, I never approached Rose about a truce. They did send Holly into my server and made a deal where Coach and Sharon Hensley were fair game, right? And their justification for all this was like, Coach, you told me yourself you haven't been really talking about Rose, have you?
No, I have not. Real quick before I answer that.
But according to her, you were starting to shit with her, and this is their justification for all the streams they've been doing about you.
Let me explain.
By my count, I've seen Rose like do maybe 3 or 4 hour streams about you, and then I go over to your stream, and you're just playing with your green screen and all that. You're not talking about them at all.
Right. Well, yeah, playing with my green screen. That sounds pretty entertaining, huh, Shaggy? Let me respond to that real quick. Oh, Eric Wade is here. Yes, let Shaggy finish his thoughts. He has so few of them. Well, moderators, watch Eric Wade. If he gets really out of line, go ahead and ban him. But we'll let Eric stay for right now. I invited Angel Munoz to come on because he's been harassed by Jamie the Purple Pill, Like in Theory channel, and by JB based on his disability. And I want him to have his say about it. I also want him to clear up the fact that he's not a racist like these people are saying. Okay, the guy had a moment. He's been attacked. He's been teased, you know, and he needs more support. And that's why I love the guy because you know, it's like I've been through similar stuff that he's still going through. I've been through similar stuff in my younger days, and that's something I want to stop. So, Angel, if you want to come on, please let me know. I'll send you the Hangouts link right now. We'll get you on here. But I definitely want to wrap up this show in the next 40 minutes or so. Let me respond to you on that, Shangy. Look, the only thing I think what upset Rose about me was the fact that there were some other creators out there that I felt were more so harming men than helping men. Okay? And I'm not going to mention them here because it's not that big of a deal. I don't care if anyone else mentions them, but there's no need for me to mention them. And I asked her because she had a similar issue with this creator, and so did Holly, who was in your Discord as well. So I was just reaching out for a legitimate collab, and then basically they decided to not do it with me, and then they turned on me since that point. And then I ended up going out there and finding out about some other creators like Red Pill Ghost, who's a really nice guy. I reached out to collab with him and put a message under one of his videos. He was interested, and then Rose saw it, and then Rose went and whispered in his ear to not work with me. Now that's as far as it went. I never once talked smack about Rose. I never once said anything about her, man. Quite frankly, we were allies on the same team. Why the hell am I going to go against one of my own allies? This makes no sense, Shangy.
That's Rose trying to control who gets to say what about whom or who gets to work with whom. Like
it's her content. It's her content, Shangy.
That's why I took a stand when I'm getting PMs from Rose like, stop. She's doing this. Stop talking about me. Thanks for the flag. I'm gonna flag you back. Doing the threats and demands and all that shit that I don't respond to, especially from women.
Coach, I think basically what set her off is, you remember that one video when you were ranting about, I forget what it was, either Mike the MGTOW Monk, or was it the Red Pill Ghost?
Yes.
I think that's what set her off, because she was pretty much buddy with him.
She wasn't initially, which is what Shangy said. Here, let me respond to that real quick, Taz. Okay, here's the thing. I reached out to Red Pill Ghost, and I said, hey, I love your content. You seem like a great guy. We seem very similar, okay? I'd love to collaborate with you on something. Let me know if you're interested. He got back and said, sounds good. I'll let you know. Next thing you know, he retracts that, comments back, and then basically says that he's not interested. So at that point, I was wondering what the hell was going on. How does somebody make a complete 180 just like that doesn't even know me, and I didn't know him, but I was just reaching out to get to know him because I liked his content and I wanted to see if he wanted to work together and do some streams together. I think he's a nice guy. But then Rose got involved and basically got in his ear. That's what happened there. So, as far as, Mike the MGTOW Monk, okay, the bottom line was I just don't like what he's doing. I don't. I think he's hurting men more than helping men. That's my opinion. And Rose didn't like him either. But now all of a sudden, Rose likes him? Now all of a sudden, Rose likes all the people that she used to not like because I don't like them, and she wants to have content to talk about me. It makes no sense to me. It's like a drunken fool trying to stream all the time and make sense out of it. Seriously. These people have no content, so they stir up this pot and do all this crazy, weird shit that makes no sense just to have something to talk about. Listen, love me or hate me is up to you. But I have shit to talk about that's original. Whether it's cringy or not, at least I create original shit. And you try to sit here, Rose and the rest of you, and put together a stream of this quality that you're seeing on your stream right now, get all these people together and have a decent conversation about it. This is original content right here. When you can do that, let's talk. But I've never, ever once kicked any one of you down. So stop flipping it on me and blaming me for something I didn't even do.
Eli,
get a grip on your life.
The angry Eli news coming out.
Oh, dude, that's who I am. That's who I am. At times, I can be angry Eli. At times, this is when I get really passionate. When the shit Taz, what you said makes perfect sense. You asked a legitimate question, and you're right. And all I'm saying is that, yeah, I agree with you. This makes no sense. I never once went after these people, and all of a sudden I'm now their worst enemy. No, the reason is because JB Gunner and Jamie, but especially JB Gunner, they defame my character so horrifically out here on YouTube that my name is highly searchable throughout at least this community, right? And so now whenever they associate my name with a stream or on their channel, they get higher traction. If you look at their videos, they're getting twice the views when they do shit on me than when they do their own stupid shit, because they've got nothing.
We got the man, the Bushman in the chat.
Oh yeah, Rose's favorite person, the Bushman.
Rose's kryptonite.
At Taz Good, socially this past year has been a waste of time. On YouTube, I mean, I'm going back to the 3D world. Excellent, Eric Wade. Thank you very much. So, okay, let's get back on track here. I did invite Angel Munoz, the bedsheet bandit, to come on here. So maybe he'll show up. Angel, if you end up showing up in here, just start talking, because I'm not really looking at the Hangout. I'm kind of paying attention to a bunch of things. So, Shangy, did you want to finish your thoughts on what you were saying?
I'm sending Angel the Hangout link again there. There. Yeah. Where was I? What was I talking about?
We were talking about, have I ever done anything to Rose to trigger her to hate me as much as she seems to hate me? I've never done anything. Nothing. I've done nothing wrong to her.
They're trying to operate on this phony moral high ground that they're justified in going after you the way they are. But saying, well, you did something to them first, but it's completely bullshit. Like I said, I've seen them been doing 4-hour streams of you, but doing nothing but shitting on you. And then I look at the original stream that they're ripping on, and it's just you testing out a green screen. And I'm like, okay, he's not even talking about them at all. And that's their whole justification for bullying you, that you apparently started something with them, and not from what I've seen.
Well, that high ground that they have so much, aren't they the ones that were all huddled together watching JB getting a Hummer on a live stream?
Yep.
Where was the moral high ground on that one?
Yep. Hypocrisy 101.
Yeah. And that stream is still, I believe, unlisted on Jamie's Lycan Theory channel, and I'm surprised it hasn't been taken down yet. And here's the thing: just so everyone knows, I want to clear up a myth that many people have. When I got JB's video removed for copyright, he had put it to private, but I had the link because I went to check out the stream during my stream, and it automatically saved it in my history on my browser. So when I went to report the video for copyright infringement, I had the link, and I made YouTube aware that this is a private video, and they still shut it down and gave him a copyright strike. So I'm letting you know, Jamie, unless you want your channel to go down, I wouldn't just keep that on unlisted, or I wouldn't even put it on private. I would delete that shit and get rid of it. But you're not going to do it. But you're stupid. You're not going to do it. And eventually it's going to get to YouTube, and they're going to shut your channel down for sexual content that's not unacceptable sexual content. That's ridiculous, man. That is the worst thing. And I can't even believe that these women that pay JB money know about that. They know that JB got a BJ on the air, and they respect that man. I don't get it. What kind of women are you that respect a man that gets a BJ on YouTube? Now, listen, in real life, people are going to do what they're going to do on their personal time. Okay, we're men, we're women. We do those things in private, and it's all good. I'm not saying the act was a bad act, but you don't put that on YouTube. You don't put that on YouTube just to gain traction, because that's the fastest way you're going to get shut down. Anyway, I'm sorry, man. It's this shit really gets to me, man. I'm very passionate about this stuff. Angel's in the house here. Real quick. Let me do this real quick. Shangy, let me get to Angel real quick here, and then I want to get to the rest of the panel and give them a chance to talk about what they want to talk about, because we're going to run out of time here. I got to wrap this up in about 33 minutes or so at the bottom of the hour. So it's almost 9 o'clock Pacific. I'm going to end this about 9:30 Pacific. Angel, how are you doing, brother? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing well.
Fantastic, man. Listen, I wanted to bring you on here first and foremost, and I'm putting you full screen right now, to say that I have a lot of respect for you. And honestly, I know I've been ripped on for saying this, but I do love you like a real life brother. You are a good man that has been through a lot. You are a man that has been kicked down, you know, for a disability that's out of your control. That's the way the good Lord made you to be. And you know what? I'm not kicking you down for that. I'm supporting you on that, because when I was younger, Angel, when I was younger, I was picked on and I didn't have a disability. So I know how it feels to be picked on and not have a disability. But to have a disability and be picked on, that is just not right. JB Gunner, Jamie, aka Lycan Theory, and a bunch of these people will sit there and criticize you just because they want to monetize it and get ratings and get their audience to laugh. And that is the most ridiculous thing in the world. First and foremost, let's talk about that for a minute or so. What are your thoughts about that, man? Let it all out, man, because I don't care. Let it out.
Well, for me, imagine if I were to make fun of him and if he was in a wheelchair. Or imagine if I were to make fun of R.J. Sandiford and his blindness. I don't disrespect people like that, but if I did, they would take major offense to it. But for me, I just think that they think it's okay to pick on a disabled person like myself who has no control of what his body is like. And hell, the shirt that I have, Deplorable Lives Matter, will consider me a deplorable. And so if you want to pick on a deplorable person like myself, come right ahead. And there's a song that I've been listening to lately titled Me an Intellectual, where it goes, me an intellectual, I'm skeptic of the times, I don't care if well, basically the song is pretty catchy. It's all about like people trying to pick on you and such. But I'll be playing it as my opening song because I want to get a stream together with us about talking about like moving on. Because the problem I have is why can't people move on? Because I remember back when you did your streams earlier in the summer last year, they would always do their video response to you and all, and then you took a bit of a break, and then what do? They come back at it. They revamped their saga. Joe Buddy did his rebound stream, but you want to move on, and you already had moved on, and you were just wanting to start a new channel and start a new life, and they want to come back because it brought them a huge ratings for the channel. And for me, I am going to say sorry, Joe Buddy, for saying what I did. But if you think it's okay to make fun of me, then guess what? You guys are disrespecting a person like myself who's disabled.
Angel. Let me get in for a second because I wanted to lead into that, but you started talking about it. Okay. Now, number one, I do not think you are a racist. Before I say what I'm going to say, the reason why I brought Angel here tonight is because many people are labeling him a racist when they know he's not, because they're doing it for entertainment purposes to gain traction through their audience. Joe Buddy, Jamie the Purple Pill Guy, Lycan Theory, and JB Gunner. That's what they do. Okay, they do that for ratings. Now, Angel, number one, I know you let something slip in my Discord, but you were antagonized and pushed to your outer limits to where you let something inappropriate slip. You're a human being. You made a mistake and you apologized for it. And you know what? Every single human being has said something like that wasn't nice. Okay, that was disrespectful, inappropriate. Maybe it was a racial slur. Okay, that's going to happen. Okay, but why did it happen? Because Well, tell me, why did it happen? Because you were pushed to your outer limits. I mean, what actually happened here? Let's talk about, because Joe Buddy's here tonight.
What I said came out with no intention of doing so, because I was being pushed to my outer limits, because the entire people kept on doing their own same old stuff. Like, they kept on harassing people. They kept on thinking it's okay to copy one another's streams and such. And they kept on doing this just to make you look bad, just for their own entertainment. Because when during the final days, when Joe Buddy and Jamie the Purple Pill was in your server, I called him the N-word, because I got pressured and pushed to my outer limits, because they kept on continuing the harassment on you.
Yeah. Now, Angel, I appreciate you going to bat for me. I can definitely handle my own shit, but I do respect the fact that you went to bat for me. And just do me a favor. Don't ever let anything that's being done to me affect you, man. But I appreciate the moral high ground you walk on. I feel the same way about it. But just to wrap this up, because we got to move forward here. You can stay on the panel. Any thoughts? Any final thoughts you want to say to Joe Buddy or anybody? I mean, look.
Joe Buddy just made comments that I never attacked Angel. I had no idea how he is being pushed. That's because with me, I just don't enjoy when other people are being attacked for something that they've been wanting to try to just move on for. Because if I could backtrack, what you guys said in the Coach Eli's the Discord, I would go ahead and read it. But basically, you guys continued on the antagonizing Coach Eli many times, and I even the first time around when you guys came on to Coach Eli's Discord, I immediately banned you because I just knew what was going to happen. But Coach Eli unbanned you guys from his server and made you guys a mod. But I just knew what was coming, because I just knew that the same stuff was going to be mentioned, the same thing was going to happen, etc. And I just had a sense that they have not moved on from the whole charade.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you on everything you mentioned there, Angel. Now, any final thoughts you want to mention? You can stay on the panel. We're going to be on for another maybe 25 more minutes, but I want to get to some of the other people that are waiting to share some of their things. But final thoughts on
the one thing that I will say is, can you speak to Jamie the Purple Pill, Joe Buddy, and tell him to stop making memes depicting me as a KKK member? Because some of your people came to my Friday night hangout stream when I just wanted to have a few laughs, create some great long-lasting memories, just start the weekend off to a great start. And but your friends went ahead and came to my live stream, and they went ahead and wanted to make some thing, because Jamie says, hail, the bearded Nemesis says, is this the KKK Grand Wizard channel? And then he says, hail, Jamie. And then Jamie the Purple Pill says, are we here to exterminate darkies tonight? And then he says, can't wait. And then the bearded Nemesis says, I thought we were exterminating all the Jews and Mexicans. And then he goes to blank stare and the racist tones at the screen. And that's just the one screenshot. And then he goes again and says, then the bearded Nemesis says, whipbacks are setbacks in the nation of domination, I was told. And then the bearded Nemesis says, can you confirm Angel is a racist? Then you make a video about it. And Jamie says, I can indeed confirm it. He called Joe Buddy the N-word, also the F-word. And then Cicely says, I ain't no Munoz, because earlier in the stream I was telling one of my guest pals about how sometimes people mispronounce my name.
Yeah, I got
as Angel, and then Jamie says, however, Angel would like to get together with a woman of his opposite race. Then the bearded nemesis says Bedsheet Bandit, which is my nickname. And then the bearded nemesis says KKK confirmed. And then Jamie says African American is the opposite of Native American, I guess. And then that's when I had to hide them. So can you please tell them to stop it with me?
Angel, yes. Yeah. Yes. And real quick, guys, I want to say one thing here, and then we're going to move forward here. Okay, real quick. As far as Jamie goes, okay, Jamie, the purple pill guy, like in theory, he has actually done some things to me that could have had his channel shut down. And I didn't take action on it because I gave him chances. And I believe the content's still on there. Jamie, like in theory, I had a private conversation with him on Hangouts off the air, trying to negotiate something with him. And then when things fell apart between us, he took that private conversation and put it on the air live and basically put out that private. Now, I know other people have done that, and I'm to each its own. But in the state of Florida where Jamie lives, in the state of California where I live, it is illegal to record a conversation without making the other party aware. So he did not take that down. Okay, Jamie has also put out a video saying that I'm a racist, and then he re-uploaded tidbits of that when the whole thing happened with Angel. He re-uploaded that from last year. Now, those are all videos that I could sit there and flag for harassment, cyberbullying. Okay, I could flag the video that Jamie put out there where he recorded as a privacy concern, privacy complaint. There are so many things I could do to take down this little motherfucker. But I've been very nice and civil, hoping that they would just go away. But the time now is coming to the point of where if these guys don't get the hint, right now, I'm dealing with JB Gunner. I'm trying to get him out of the way. Once he's out of the way, if Jamie starts to do things like that, then I'll go after him next. And mark my words, Jamie. Mark my words. You do not have the resources I have to go after you to stop your fuckery that you're doing out there. See, if you guys have fun, hold on, Angel. If you guys have fun and create memes and do shit like that, that's fine. Those are all parodies. Nothing you can do about it. But when you guys violate the law in any way to trigger myself and other people to gain traction on your channel and to make money off of that, from this point on, mark my words, if anybody attacks me legally from this point on, or illegally from this point on, you will have legal action from myself. No doubt about it. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So let's move forward here real quick. I want to get to the main people on the panel because we only got about 20, 25 minutes left here. Jamie, anything you want to bring up that's been happening with you throughout your YouTube communities regarding cyberbullying, harassment, and how you've handled it, etc.?
I don't know.
Would you rather not mention anything? It's up to you. You don't have to.
No, I mean, there's really nothing that I wanted to say.
What do you think about the show so far?
It's good. It's long, but it's good.
That's why we're going to end it very soon, in about 20 minutes. I know it's pretty long. Everybody wants to get some rest and go to sleep. But anything else you want to mention at this point, or should I just move on to Taz and see if he's got anything?
Well, the only other thing that I wanted to say, is that I don't like the fact that every time, Rose gets upset with Shangy, or any of them get upset with Shangy, that they attack the rest of us when we haven't done anything.
Right.
That's actually something I wanted to get into as well.
Yeah.
We didn't get a chance to get into that. Since this whole thing started, sorry, I'm taking over again. But since this whole thing these people, these people have been directing a lot of hate towards Jamie and Filippo, and people who have nothing to do with anything. Alone Capone, just because he's in my server and he hangs out, they've thrown shade at him, and he has nothing to do with anything, right? Jamie had nothing to do with anything. Taz had nothing to do with anything. Filippo had nothing to do with anything. But these people were showing up on their channels and starting shit with them when they didn't start any shit with them. Jamie didn't do anything to anybody. They're only attacking her because I have a friendship with her, right? See, Rose Blades, who bitches and whines about how the MGTOW community has treated her, won't accept her, and feel threatened by her making videos about MGTOW, even though she should know enough about MGTOW to know that there will be a backlash for her being a woman and talking about MGTOW. But this same woman, Rose Blade, starts hurling shit at Jamie, saying she's a post-wall thought and blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're having date nights with a post-wall thought. And then she got butt hurt when it mentioned, hey, I don't just watch movies with Jamie. I've watched movies with Taz, and I've watched movies with Holly. The only person who didn't get a movie night with me is Rose Blades.
Yeah, and Holly's the one that came up with that term, date night.
Date night, right? It was just a joke.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this. Let me get in here and give Taz. Are you there?
Yeah.
Are you? Your turn, man. Sorry about that, man. I know we're all over the place in that, but when you talk about cyberbullying and harassment, everybody has their own story and everybody's furious about shit. So sometimes it takes a little while. But is there anything you want to mention? Things you've gone through, things you've seen, and what you've done to correct them? I mean, what are your thoughts?
Nah, I haven't been trolled as heavily as you, but I've gone to different channels. I've had people talk crap, and basically all I do is ignore them. Because quite frankly, look at it this way. You're giving them power if you allow them to get you all upset. They give you're giving them power over you emotionally. Why are you going to do that for somebody who really doesn't give a crap about you?
Right.
It's pretty much, why bother? That's the way I try to look at it. Now, me personally, I got nothing against Rose. She booted me out of her Discord or whatever. No big deal. It's her Discord. I'm not going to be crying over it. Jamie, I got upset with him over what he did to Underdog. Bitching and complaining about being timed out by Koala. And then going on complaining about how Underdog runs his channel. Quite frankly, if it was his channel, he'd say, it's my channel. It's none of your business. But yet he has something to say about what Underdog does. Basically, like I said, I'm like, live and let live. I got nothing against either one of them. But basically, what they're doing right now, that is bullying. And quite frankly, a lot of their hypocrisy is coming out in a lot of their videos. So, you're not too intelligent if you can't see through your own bullshit. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, Taz, real quick before we move forward here. You're absolutely right. What they're doing is they're not practicing what they're preaching. I've called out the Jamie and JB Gunner and many of these other guys within the MGTOW manosphere community that are big hypocrites. They're two-faced. They don't practice what they preach. You know, they talk nicely to you on your stream, then they go on someone else's stream and call you Nurse Eli or Cuck Eli. And it's like, what the fuck, man? Make up your mind. What kind of a person are you? What kind of a man are you? Stick to your fucking word, man. Be consistent. Masculine energy is consistency. Okay, no disrespect to women, but women are more so naturally going to be all over the place because they're more emotional. A man is supposed to be consistent, so behave with consistency, all right? Now,
so Eli, that means when we go off the stream with you, we can't call you Angry Eli anymore?
No, you can call me Angry Eli, dude, because I have a lot of love for you, brother. See, if you're on my good side, you can call me whatever you want. You can call me a piece of shit for all I care, right? But that's because you understand what's happening here. Maybe you don't agree with my message completely, which is fine. But at least you understand what I've been through and where I'm going through, so we're good. What I wanted to say furthermore, okay, about the Rose Blade situation, like I said, they're just basically, you know, they're being hypocrites to what they're not practicing what they're preaching. As far as when it comes to not feeding into the drama, I know I've been into it in the past when I didn't understand YouTube as well as I feel I understand it today. So what I've learned to do is that for the most part, I will ignore things like I have. I have not gone on any streams like I used to with Jamie or JB. I haven't fed into any of their stuff. But because I haven't fed into any of their stuff, they're now doing things that are going to trigger me, meaning they're going to relay my live streams, steal my viewers, exploit me to extort money from me, which is against the law, and they're violating copyright, and they're doing all that because they know that's the only thing that they have left that can trigger me. And they are thinking that I'm not going to take any action on it. So I agree with you, Taz, that the best way to defeat a troll is to not talk about them. But when they start going after your finances and they start defaming your character and doing what JB does, you got to take a stand on it, or else your channel will never go anywhere. If you allow them to keep doing that. And unfortunately, I've got to get the law involved now because these guys are not going to stop any other way. They think that I'm such a big fucking pussy that I'm not going to take them to court. So now I'm going to prove them wrong and say, hey, look, you're fucking with the wrong guy. I'll send them that message, shut them up, and then move on and never deal with them again. But for the most part, you're right, Taz. You ignore the trolls, and they'll just end up going away. Anything else to mention, Taz?
Nemo might get you on that one.
Huh?
Because wasn't that he was saying that for a long time? Purple Pill Pussy, or was that the other guy?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think either Nemo or one of the other guys that used to frequent Jamie's stream used to say that phrase all the time.
Oh, Charles F. Gray, and he was here earlier. Jamie, the Purple Pill guy, the bearded Nemophilist. There's Joe Buddy, who's, I guess, here in the chat right now. And who was Zia's son? I don't know. Who else are you talking about? JB Gunner? I mean, those are the main culprits right there.
Yeah, they mentioned it a lot.
Of course, man. They coined the BFP, big fucking pussy phrase, because I used to use it in my videos. I was trying to teach men, hey, don't be a big fucking pussy. Don't put women on a pedestal. Be a man and stand up for yourself. Now, don't be a jerk at the same time, but just be a well-balanced fucking man. And they started coining BFP. And then Charles F. Gray created the BFP list. I mean, you see where this shit went, man? It spun off. Like you could create like 10 spin-off shows off of Coach Eli. And I'm just Coach Eli. I'm not a big deal. I just don't get it. But anyway, Taz, let me move forward here because if not, we're going to run out of time here. And I want to get to, I'll give everyone a chance to give final thoughts in a second here, but I want to get to Filippo, who's the final one waiting on the panel. Filippo, is there anything that you want to mention about what you've been through or what you've seen happen and how you corrected the issue? Anything you want to mention about cyberbullying, harassment on YouTube that you've been through?
Well, I don't have much to say, but I just want to say Angel is official. He's a cool guy. And
thank you.
So good, Angel.
Sorry, I just don't get that very much compliments very often.
Yeah.
I don't either, brother. I don't either.
I've heard what JB and Jamie did to you, Angel, and yeah, what they did to you is not right.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to mention?
But the one thing I will say is, they can lick my feet for all they care.
Filippo, anything else you want to mention before we move forward, man? Let me know, because we're going to wrap this up in about 10 minutes, guys, or so.
It's all good. You take over.
Right. Thank you. All right. Let me go back to Mad Shangy here and get your final thoughts, Mad Shangy. I go to you first because you and I talk the most. We just have the gift of gab, and that's just how it goes, right, man? But yeah, go ahead, Shangy. What are your final thoughts, man?
Well, I think the way to deal with cyberbullying is most of all, you don't feed the trolls, right? You don't let them know that you're upset. You don't react. Don't give them any ammunition. But if it gets to a point where you're backed in the corner, I think the best way to deal with a bully is to punch him in the nose. Coach Eli, maybe that moment where he punches JB in the nose is filing that DMCA. That's the only thing that will get JB to respond. Like he did it when he DMCA'd JB Gunner. JB Gunner was in a position to negotiate. Here's the deal. I'll leave you alone. You leave me alone, right? I think that was the point of the whole DMCA.
Like a little girl. He was like a little sissy doing that.
Yeah. See, what always pissed me off about anger management when I was a kid was they'd give you the stupidest advice about dealing with bullies, right? They always say, just walk away, just ignore them. And that's not always an option for people, right? You turn your back on someone, they'll stab you in the back or punch you in the back of the head.
Right.
Whatever they do. I think, especially what they're teaching boys these days on how to deal with confrontation, I think boys need to learn how to fight. They really do. They need to have that. Or otherwise, if they don't fight, they're going to get picked on for the rest of their lives. So I think you got to learn how to stand up for yourself and to do it the right way. And then, and also, and don't be a victim. Don't play the victim. Don't have that victim mentality. Like Coach, like you and I disagree on a lot of things. I don't agree with a lot of the approaches you take. I see what you're trying to do. At the same time, there's little things that you do that I think that makes you a target. Like when you go on and on about what's been done to you, like this is what they did to me. This is how they're hurting me. These guys feed off of that, and you need to be aware of this. And I think you need to stop doing that. That compulsion to be like, guys, listen to me. This is what they did to me. This is how they're hurting me. If you do a lot less of that, they're going to have far less ammunition to use against you, Coach.
Right, Shangy, real quick, just to respond to that, that's a fair statement that you make. The only reason why I'm responding to it the way I'm responding to it now is because there are people that have never heard of me asking me, why am I doing what I'm doing to JB Gunner? They don't know the story. They're just being told by JB that this wannabe YouTuber flagged my channel down, and now they're coming over here saying, why are you doing this to JB? And I said, you don't know what JB's done to me. And that's why I'm doing it. I'm not, listen, to be honest with you, Shang, and everyone else, I'm not looking for sympathy from anyone. I'm not. I just don't want people to think that I'm the kind of person that's going to maliciously attack someone and put a copyright on someone just to spite them because I don't like their message. I don't care what people talk about. If I don't like what they're doing on their channel, I'll leave. I just won't go back. Okay? But when these people are wondering what's going on and they're being misinformed, until I take care of this and finalize this legally and get JB off my back, I at least want people to know about my character. And that's the only reason. My character has been assassinated by JB Gunner. And there are many things besides this copyright that I could sue JB for outside of it. And there's lots of proof all over YouTube and on my hard drive downloaded over the last few years to do it. I don't want to go that route. I just want the guy to go away. I want this copyright to end it. But in the meantime, the people that don't know, that are finding out about me for the very first time, don't know the history. So my apologies.
They don't know you. Like I said, when you go get into and you try to explain yourself, and then you explain yourself again, and then you explain yourself again. I'm telling you, they feed off of this, Coach.
Of course they do, but I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
It does make you look weak, and it does make you look like you're playing the victim.
It doesn't bother me though. It doesn't, Shangy. It doesn't. Honestly, I respect you to the fullest, more than most people. But just so you know, I understand how it makes me appear in your eyes and in the eyes of others. But for me, it doesn't personally bother me. I'm just being me and responding the way I naturally will respond to things. So I'm not trying to play the role of the victim, whether I appear that way or not. So my apologies to you or anyone else that seems that way or that feels that way. But anyway, Shane, anything else you're going to mention? Because we got to move forward because we're getting closer to the end here, and I want to get through to everybody.
I think that pretty much wraps it up.
Okay, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you for being here. Let's go to we're gonna go, Angel. I'm gonna leave you for last here. Let's go to Taz. Jamie. Let's go to Jamie. Jamie, your final thoughts. Jamie.
I think I said my final thoughts.
Anything else you want to add to the stream? I thought it was a pretty interesting stream. We got a lot off our chest, and we talked about a lot of cyberbullying, harassment, and what we've been through, how we've handled it, what the best way to handle it. Anything else you want to throw into the fire?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being here, Jamie. I greatly appreciate you being here. We definitely need to do this again sometime, Jamie and Shangy. Let's go to Taz. Taz, your final thoughts, man.
No, I pretty much said what I was gonna say, but when it comes to bullying, people really don't understand how it affects the person that's being bullied. They either don't understand it or they don't care. I think it's more along the lines of don't care. It's ridiculous. But they'll only complain when it's happening to them. That's basically when they get a little taste of their own medicine. Basically, when you did the copyright strike, that was your way of telling them, hey, back off. Because you've probably talked to him in the past and he's ignored it. That's the only thing that's the only thing that made him pause, because that's gonna hurt him where it counts, his wallet.
Yeah, Taz, real quick before we move on. Again, I appreciate everything you said. I appreciate what everyone said tonight, but what you said really hits home with me is that the whole point of this was not to give him a copyright. I did. In other words, what Taz was saying is that I did try to work it out with JB. Like, two men should work things out. But JB never listens. Unless you get the law involved with JB, he is relentless and he will push it right up to the borderline and beyond the borderline. And he's gone way past the borderline. So sometimes you have no choice but to do what you did. But just so everyone knows that's watching out there, because we've had up to we still have, 28 people watching. We have 28 in the box. We had 32 earlier at the maximum. Okay? I want people to know that I did not intentionally flag JB. Okay? I've tried to work things out with him many times in the past. And every time he's ignored me and he's just fed into it to continue benefiting monetarily at my expense. And at the expense of my content, my copyrighted content. So, anything else, Taz, or should I move forward, man?
Oh, no, I'm pretty much finished.
Great. Thank you very much for being here, man. I greatly appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Filippo, any final thoughts, man? Anything else you want to throw into the fire there? You like that fire, Filippo, man? Isn't that nice and cozy there?
Yeah.
You see that, man?
Coach Eli wins. Flawless victory. Tricktality. Got that from Mortal Kombat.
Amen, brother. I have one more question to go round robin before we get the final thoughts of Angel. I want to go round robin. If you had to predict who's going to win this copyright case between JB Gunner and I, what is your prediction? Let's start off with Shangy. Real quick.
I really don't know what to think. Like I said, you know how skeptical I am. Because, like I said, so many people have tried to shut down my channel going the DMCA route, and it's never ended well. None of these people ever intend to take me to court in the first place, or don't have the resources to take me to court, or they don't have a fucking case. Usually it's just a case of they're just trying to censor me, and not that I violated copyright. Right. And I've been DMCA'd by Sony and the Weinstein Company, and I've counterclaimed, and then I've got those videos restored, and like, okay, it does fall under fair use. So I know my way around a copyright. I really don't know. I really can't predict what will happen with the court. I think you would have to prove that that you actually have an actual copyright on your material. I think you have to prove that in court. Like copyright is such a hard, it's just this hard, strenuous process to argue and fight over. Like I said, it'll probably cost you more money to sue JB Gunner than it'd be worth. You know, so like I wish you all the best. I might not even have to come to that, right? I hope he comes to his senses, just leaves you the fuck alone, and then you retract the DMCA, and you don't have to take him to court.
I agree, but Shane,
it'll be a time for everybody.
I agree, but here's the like I mentioned,
when
right? But here's the thing, Shane. Unless it's going to take more than 500 hours of attorney time, I've got 500 hours of attorney time banked through my prepaid legal services I've been paying. I've been paying for lawyer insurance for the last over 5 years. So unless it takes more than 500 hours to handle this, then it's not going to cost me anything more than the fees I pay every month for my service, for my insurance service. So, but I appreciate your response. Thank you very much, Shangy. Real quick, Jamie, what are your thoughts? If you had to predict who's going to win this copyright case?
Well, I think you would win because it's your content, but like Shangy says, it takes a really long time and it's a lengthy process. I personally wouldn't bother. That's just me.
Oh,
I wouldn't have the energy to put into it.
Let me tell you something. I am going to bother. You know why? Because JB attacked me for the last almost 2 years on YouTube, was a major part of destroying my last relationship. I will keep talking about this, and I will keep on, using this to, further make people aware of the character of JB. I don't care how long this goes. As long as if it takes a year in court, okay? YouTube won't be able to, as long as I file the lawsuit, until that case is decided on, YouTube will have to keep that video down. YouTube will not be able to reinstate that video. And I just want to teach JB Gunner a lesson.
Listen here, Cut. Shangy don't like you. Filippo don't like you. Jamie don't like you. Taz don't like you. So you might as well come back with me, Cuck. Come back with me and do the King of the Cuck show. Forget all the copyright business. Just come back to me, Cuck.
Right. And see, that was a very good. You mocked JB pretty, very, very well there, Shangy. Actually,
I had another practice doing that voice to his face.
Oh, of course you did. Of course you did. I'll never forget that stream that you brutally whooped his ass. But yeah, those are the scare tactics or the manipulative tactics that a bully uses, like JB. Gonna say we can make more money doing this King of the Cuck thing, and you just play the role of the cuck and let me abuse you and make you the abusive public figure, blah blah blah, whatever. Right? I'm not gonna go that route. I'm much better than that. But anyway. Thank you so much, Jamie. Real quick, Taz, do you have any thoughts about who do you think would win this copyright case, or who do you think will win this copyright case between JB and I?
Actually, I don't think it'll go that far. I think he'll try to make a deal because, quite frankly, people keep pointing at you, be like, "Oh, well, it's going to take you all this money." It's going to take him a lot of money to defend his claim,
right?
And quite frankly, if he is basically his main motivation is money, that's a waste of money on something that you could just settle out of court, just between the two of you, man to man, and be done with it. I think he'll do that because basically doing it the other way, both of you are basically going to be wasting money on a lawyer. The lawyer's going to go over there, and you're paying them like how much an hour? It's pretty much a waste of money. I think he'll probably end up trying to make a deal with you. This way, it'll save you the time of going to court. That's pretty much my guess.
Right. And here's the thing, Taz, real quick. What people are not hearing is that I have 500 hours of legal time saved up with I have attorney insurance. And so it's not going to cost me anything for 500 hours. I pay $35 a month. I've been paying into it for many years. So the only thing it would cost me is, the travel time and the expense of, hotel room, whatever, to do it. And guess what? I would sue JB for that as well. And I would probably even sue him for punitive damages. So the bottom line is, in essence, what you're saying, Taz, is that it's going to bleed JB dry to have to defend himself if I take him to court. And I will take him to court if it goes that route. If that counter goes through, I have to sue him. I have no choice but to sue him.
Well,
Okay?
basically, it goes against his own self-interest, so I don't think he's gonna push it that far. I think he'll probably wait. He'll try to sit there and wait to the very last minute, and then he's gonna try to make a deal.
Well, he's gonna wait to see if I actually sue him. He's gonna wait to see if I actually sue him. And once I do sue him, then he'll probably try to negotiate an offer between my lawyer and I and settle out of court, because the guy's not going to put in any money into an attorney or flying somewhere that he's subpoenaed to be in court. So I get it. No, it makes sense. So, all right. Thank you so much, Taz. Appreciate it. Let's move forward here. Filippo, do you have any final thoughts about who do you think will win the copyright between JB and myself?
Well, having to go to court in and out of court for a year just to settle the matter can be very stressful, and it's too much stress having to go to court. But I reckon you would win, since it was your content.
Yeah. And Filippo, quite honestly, I don't care if it goes to court for a year, because you know what? It'll just give me more content to talk about on YouTube. It'll give me more content to talk about how bad of a person this guy is and what he's done to me. Okay? Look, all I'm saying is that I don't want to go that route, but that's what JB put me through. And like they say, payback is a bitch. So I have a lot of energy, and I will do whatever I have to do to get this guy to go away and get out of my life and shut him up permanently from attacking myself ever again. So that's all I'm going to say here. So anything else, Filippo, or are we good?
No, I think we're good.
All right, thank you so much. Now, real quick, I want to make one comment here, and then you're going to have your final say, Angel, and then we're going to wrap it up. I'm getting some Hangouts messages from Brandon, who's a Sisterly's friend. And he's saying, I have supported you for almost 2 years now, and you banned me for life. Listen, Brandon, you're gonna remain banned. Hold on a second. You know who he is. Let me talk. You're gonna be banned permanently, Brandon, and I want you to go your way and never come back. You want to know why? Because you're a two-faced motherfucker. Because you sit there and come and play that you support me on my channel, then you kind of semi-troll me, and then you go to JB's channel, and you go to Joe Buddy's channel, and these other channels, and you talk shit about me. Now, would you like me to show you screenshots? Because I don't feel the need I have to, and I'm not going to, because I'm not going to waste my time on you. But don't sit there and say I'm your biggest fan, and then you come out here and you semi-troll me in my chat, and then you go and talk shit about me on other chats. Fuck you. Sit and spin. Get out of here. And I'm gonna actually block your ass on Hangouts right now, because I am sick of these games. And hey, Cicely, if this affects our relationship because he's your friend, then you know what? I'll just have to face the consequences on that. I really
Coach, I'm just going to call this out again. You just gave him the exact reaction that he was fishing for again. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like you did that to get a reaction out of you, and you gave it to him.
Well, he's actually been messaging me for a while. He's actually a good friend of Asistoli's, and I know who he is. I've talked to him before privately. That's the only reason why. I mean, I don't feel like I need to justify why I did what I did, but I understand what you're saying, Shangy.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to respond to it and put it behind me, and that's that. I mean, my apologies if it comes off any other way, but that's that. So, all right. So let me do this real quick. Let me get to Angel here. Angel.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you on full screen here. So I don't know if you're. Can you come back on camera for a second?
There.
Yeah. What are your final thoughts, man? Anything else you want to say? Any final thoughts? Who do you think is going to win this copyright between JB and myself? Have you been paying attention to that?
I actually, I was listening to everyone's opinion, and if it does go to court, you'll probably win it, because I went through my own court case all throughout 2018, and it ended on January 2nd of this year, and I was fighting for my guardianship restoration, for me to be my own guardian, and because I just couldn't take the abuse of power people had over me, because I wasn't allowed to travel by myself. I wasn't allowed to go places by myself. I wasn't able to do things independently, or even find a new apartment, because I was stuck under restrictions of where I had to stay here, and I was not allowed to find a new place. So I fought that case in my local court system, and I was given a attorney that was appointed by the court in August of last year, and he was with me from August of 2018, and he's still my attorney to this day in case I ever need any help. But imagine if my guardian tried to fight against me to try to prevent me from being restored. I would probably win anyhow, because when you get older, you need to try to be your own independent person, and your mom and dad try to control and have power over you, because there are some parents who won't allow their children at all to be their own person, or live the life that they want, or even find a love life that they want, because once the child says, hey, meet my new boyfriend or girlfriend, and the parent might have some form of restrictions or hatred, say, no, I'm not going to allow you to date this kind of person. But in reality, you need to live the life that you want, and that's what I did in court, and I fought and won. And if my guardian tried to fight against me, she wouldn't have a case. And if Joe Buddy does take the court, he doesn't have a case at all, because it's kind of like the current case of the Mueller probe, where the Democrats keep on saying that there's a Russian collusion, when there's none at all. So the Democrats don't have anything that will make them win, because Trump will ultimately have the case won towards him, and you will win your case if it does get taken to court.
Okay. No, I definitely feel your passion, man. And I've heard your story, and it's an awesome story, man. And I'm glad that you were able to win your case. One final thing, man. Okay. Any final thoughts you want to mention about anything anyone has said about you online? I want to clear this up right now. I don't want to hear anybody. I don't want to hear. Hold on. I don't want to hear anyone talking negatively about Angel in regards to racism, or in regards to, his disability or anything. Because if you come to this channel and you talk like that, or in my Discord, you will be immediately removed without question. And mods, most of the people that are mods here on this Hangouts call, they're mods on my Discord. They'll just boot you as well. We're not going to put up with that shit. But go ahead, man, because we got to get out of here in like 2 minutes.
I just want to read a few comments that was said in the Joe Buddy's stream, because bullets. Let me see here. Warrior says I love how everyone on the panel was laughing at Angel. You guys were not laughing at me. You were laughing with me, because of the joke I did about how they can suck my, go ahead and lick my feet for all I care. You guys were laughing at that. And
yeah, we definitely weren't laughing at you, or laughing
and
with you.
You were laughing with me.
That was funny and unexpected when you pulled out your foot like that.
Yeah, because Jamie says they love Angel because he's as retarded as they are. Nah, that's just your interpretation of a disabled person, because I don't speak like you do. I'm not as cool as you think you are, or none of that. Because Jamie, you wear these cool glasses, think like, ooh, I am able to join any club in the world. Ooh. But guess what? I don't dress as cool as you are, because I don't care about fashion. The only fashion that I care about is my blazer suit.
Are you talking about Jamie, the purple pill guy?
Yeah.
Because I gotta tell you, man, I feel so sorry for him. I gotta buy him some Ray-Bans so he can get rid of those shitty bug-eyed feminized sunglasses of his, man. I mean, those sunglasses, seriously, man. Look, you guys criticize me, but I wear nice clothes. Okay, I'm not trying to show up, but I have a nice hat. I've got a Calvin Klein shirt. You know, I've got nice shoes. I've got I've got Ray-Bans. I'm not trying to show up. I work hard for that. But seriously, man, if you guys are going to attack, at least play the role right, man. Jamie, you got to get rid of those bug-eyed, feminized sunglasses, dude. Who agrees with that, man? Seriously.
But when you be come to the end, can I play a little bit of an ending song?
No, because it's probably copyrighted. I'm not going to get
You guys can hear that.
Angel just once again proved the limit of their intelligence there, right? They're picking on this guy here for speech impediment, for a disability, and they're calling him a fucking retard. Tell us again about how we're the bullies again.
Yeah, right.
Right. Yeah. Right. No, you make perfect sense. So we got to wrap this up. Angel, anything left? Anything else you want to mention before I just end this show? 'Cause we've been going for 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Well, would you guys be all right with doing a Why Can't People Move On live stream? Because I just want things to continue moving forward for everyone. But these people don't seem to want to move on at all. And there are many other cases on YouTube of stuff going on where one person has already moved on, but the other person can't.
I'm down for it, Angel. You and I need to talk. Angel, if you're around tomorrow afternoon while I take my walk at the park, let's connect and talk on Hangouts, and we can talk on the phone, and we'll figure that out. And then I'll put it out the Discord, Mad Shangy's and mine, and see who wants to join us on that. But we can do a show on that even the next couple of days. I'll probably do 2 or 3 streams this coming week, and maybe 2 pre-recorded videos as well, and keep the momentum going. So how does that sound?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Anybody have anything else to say before I shut this baby down?
Just thanks for having me.
No, dude, thanks for being here. Anybody else?
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me, man. It's my first time on your show.
Oh, thanks for being here, Filippo, man. Jamie, thank you for being here. Taz, thank you for being here. Angel, Matt Shangy, everybody else. And I think I got everybody there. If I missed you, my apologies. But thank you to everyone for being here. I'm just going to wrap this up. I'm not going to play the exit theme song here because I just don't feel like playing it right now. I feel this is a good note to end on. So thank you to everyone. Have a great night. And I'll see you all in the Discord tomorrow. And if anybody has any questions, please email me, Coach Eli at coach@eliasmelas.com. That link is below, or that email is below in the description, or any other way to reach me. Let me know if you want me to do a video for you as well. Just email me. That link is below in the description. Have a great night, everyone, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Later. Boom,
Later.